Hello everyone. I'm Andrea, the man behind the project Sublument. Here on 30th of December, the night before Christmas Eve, the Christmas New Year's Eve. I'm ready to show you some workflow regarding a very nice session of the last summer that lasted long from sunset to about midnight, with different it involved the changing of the settings, or the photo settings of my camera and my flashlight, my light painting setting, if we can call it so. Okay, let's start. Maybe I am alone now, so we are gonna start slowly. And sorry for the start not so elegant. Okay, English is not my mother language, so sometimes I'm shy, sometimes I struggle finding a way to start with the right rhythm. But anyway, let's talk about business. Let's talk about important things like light painting during from sunset to the deep night. Okay, we are this light painting session with Antonella. The beautiful Antonella was on the 1st of June. Yeah, 1st of June at 8:20 Italian time. So it was right after sunset. There was so much light, still so much light in the sky, and we are facing west northwest. So the light was a huge amount. Okay, and this means you must have a very powerful light to contrast the background light. Otherwise, the tube, any tool will be empty, will look somehow empty. They're not completely filled, not completely bright. Okay, and this is the well shown in this in the first picture, as you can see. My raw files are with less contrast, because so in this way I can get more details. I don't need a very contrasted picture, because I will work on it later, like always. Okay, it's not a problem for me. So the fact is, when taking light painting photos, the camera settings changes accordingly to the time of the day. It looks so easy to say or to think. That's a good discovery. Huh? There is a sunset, then twilight, then the blue hour, then the night, the darkest night. Yeah, it's like that. But what does it mean? It means that you must quickly, very quickly, you must have a very fast acting, because you must change the settings at almost every 10 minutes. of action, because it changes so fast. That's my experience. When you start the light painting session, you must have at least the right exposure for 2 seconds of exposure. Okay, I found the wrong words. Oh, it's 11:42 in PM. Okay, so it's the end of my day, but so I'm a bit tired. So please forgive me if I'm not brilliant. But what does it mean? It means that you must start with the right settings to expose correctly the photo with 2 seconds of shot. Okay, the long exposure, it lasts at least 2 seconds. So you must balance everything in your camera. What does it mean? The first thing is lowering the ISO and lowering the aperture. Lowering the aperture means a bigger number for the beginners. Okay, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a professor, but it means a big number like 9. Okay. For example, I set the camera at f11. Not too much, not f16, otherwise you get the refraction and you lose details. We'll talk, if you want, search for refraction in camera for the lenses, and you can learn what does it mean and what does it bring to your photo. So you can't close everything. You must stay at I stay at f11 maximum, f9 and f11, and we are going to the ISO. The ISO, I see many people shooting at 100. 100. It means that the camera doesn't catch light, doesn't get light at all. It means that the scene is too bright. It means that you must. It means that the scene is too bright, and you are lowering the ISO to the minimum to get less light as possible. And when you are going to do a light painting session, catching less light is not the best way to have a light painting session. Okay, what does it mean? It means that you must use high ISO, not 600, not 800, because it's too early. Otherwise the resulting photo will be too bright, totally overexposure. But try at ISO 200. That's my minimum. Okay, with 200 the sensor is a little sensitive to get light, and when it's right after sunset, it's the best way, and it's more clean. It's still without noise. It depends on your camera, but ISO 200 means not too much noise, digital noise, so it's okay. And you can start with no worries about overexposing each other. It's obvious that you can't start right after sunset, because the sun is still below the horizon, but it's still there. you must wait for a 2 seconds exposure and when the background is mostly exposed correctly, you can start. Like here, like you can see, is a little bit overexposed, but guys, we must start, okay? I must start. After 5 minutes it will be okay. After 10 minutes it starts to be underexposed, so you must start, okay? And the flashlight must be very powerful. I don't use 1000 lumens in daylight. I use 2000. My most powerful flashlight is 2000 lumens, and it's okay. It's the Nightcore P10i. Is not is discontinued, but the P series is produced by Nightcore, still produced. But anyways, find a tactical one that has 2000 lumens and you will be okay. With the, you can see the right power. It comes from batteries like the 20,000, I don't remember, not the 18,000 etc. They are not enough powerful to bring light in daylight, okay? That's my experience. Maybe someone with 2 flashlights combined can get more light into the tube. Maybe try what you want. For example, I use in plenty right after sunset. I use the steel wool, rotating, making a good spin of hot steel wool, and it's okay. But please be aware that it could be overexposed. So practice makes perfect. And let's start with our light painting session with Antonella. We are starting, as you can see. I can browse back to the other pictures. This is at 10 p.m. 8 p.m. sharp. I don't see the EXIF for these pictures because I'm on the Finder, but later we'll see on my camera raw. This is mostly 2 seconds because the circle is very fast. And one more time before starting editing my photos is, please notice that one sparkler is not enough, is still not enough to compensate the brightness of the background. Is still not enough. No, yet not enough. Pardon. Is yet not enough to compensate. Later it's getting darker. Getting darker. Now here, these are my tests to find the right exposure. It's getting darker and the tube is getting more filled with light. The moon was fantastic that night. And then after this is 8:45 p.m. At this time the exposure and the tube was nicely filled with light. So I started editing, setting. I started to set my camera differently. Okay. one thing to notice that I closed so much the aperture of my camera, of my lens, was because my sensor was dirty, and as you can see on the sides of these photos, you can see the spots generated by small what you can say, particles of dust that are attracted by static electricity of my beautiful sensor. The Sony are specialized in attracting dust. They say, I don't say. And so the result is these beautiful spots on the photo. I will remove them. Very, very easy. It's not a problem. It's not a problem, but it's annoying. Okay, I don't like to clean my sensor. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Oh, here I'm very visible, but who cares? I'm not. We are not going to talk about how to remove myself. As you can see, this is 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. right after 40 minutes. 40 minutes after my first shot. 9 hours 5 minutes p.m. Here it is very, very dark because I forgot to go to the camera and set the ISO. In fact, there is no, it's so clean. There is no noise at all, but it's a bit dark. But who cares, because on the Sony the raw files can be underexposed and you can bring more details anyway. The ugly tube, my ugly blue tube. Now, this is my head showing. Nice. Oh, this is a trigger fail. As you can see, it's overexposed. And here we have still so much noise, so much dark background, but because I didn't balance like I should. Now I will select let me see, one for the sunset, one for these, one with the orange tube. Okay, one for the orange, then one more with this, with the moon, and then one more with a completely dark scene. I think is okay. Okay, and five from the last shots, like these. Like this, just to have a different photo to compare it, to compare. Pardon. Okay. Okay, let me select. And this for OBS, because OBS is not showing everything on my computer. If I delay it a second before selecting a photo because I'm opening it in preview mode just to select the right photo. Okay, this one is okay. Then one more with a sparkler. No, I don't like these. This one is okay. Let's select a different shape, a slightly different shape. Again, a circle. Then let's scroll below, scroll, and let's choose these. This is okay, and the last one. Yeah, let's select the circle. One more circle. Okay, let's open in Photoshop. Now here I have previously I already edited my photos. No worries. I will select them and bring reset to default each one of them. Okay. Now 1 second to alert my followers here on Instagram and come and see me. With a very quick story. Okay, with a bit of music, a GIF with YouTube, a GIF with live. Okay, and my link. Okay, a bit of music. Okay, let's move on. I know it's not easy to have a big audience these days. I started anyway this live editing and reels and shorts, making totally aware that it will be hard to have a large audience, but who cares? Okay, who cares? Because I want to share, I want to create content, and I want to have a, you know, break the ice with YouTube live streaming, be better at talking in English. It can be useful. Okay? So. First thing, for sunset photos, low high ISO and not large aperture, but closed aperture, a bigger aperture, okay, bigger number of aperture. So the aperture of the lens must be very close. So let's see the EXIF. Let's see the EXIF. I don't know if it's zooming now. This one is ISO 100, for example. ISO 100. That's the opposite of what I said previously. If you go with ISO 100, you don't get light. Very easy. If you don't get light in your light painting tool, a light tube, fiber optic, fire, anything, a light wand, a light whip, anything, you can have correctly filled shapes. You can't. This is 1 second of exposure. I did a very quick circle in order to have less light as possible in this scene, because otherwise it will be very overexposed. But in my opinion, with ISO 100 is not the right way to start. Okay? Same story with the second photo. You get no noise. No noise at all. It's very clean. but the shape is empty. There is something wrong some way. I don't like this one. The circle is not so perfect. Let's choose this one. Then the second one, after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't remember. ISO 200 and f7, 3 seconds. It's getting darker very fast. In fact, if you see my footage, my video footage, I run, not run, but I go back and forth so often during this time of the day, because I must balance. Maybe every 10 minutes I must go to my camera, setting my video camera, and edit the settings. It's like this. ISO 200, f7, 3 seconds. And the shape is a bit overexposed in certain parts, because I think it was at maximum power, and the result is like this. But I like it anyway. I like it. The third one. ISO 400, f5 to get more sharp and not blurry the moon behind, and 2 seconds. 2 seconds exposure. The fourth is ISO 64 600, 640, I'm sorry, 640, f4 and 2 seconds. This is almost at 70 millimeters, is 65 millimeters of focal length to get the moon more visible and sharp. Because f4. I think the flashlight was at medium power. That model has three levels: super powerful, medium, and low. Low is bright. At high ISO is still bright, very bright. Seconds. And the last one. The last one is way after the fourth. Is very late, as you can see here. The moon is high, still high. Now the moon is not at the horizon but very low. ISO 1600, f2.8, the maximum of that lens, and the 2 seconds exposure. Very easy. Okay. A quick recap. This is at 8:30 p.m. right after sunset. The sunset was it was June, the equinox. The equinox or the solstice? No, the solstice. The solstice. The solstice. So it was it was very late. Oh cavolo. Eccolo qua. Ah, ok. It was very late. Very late after the sunset. ISO 100, f9. As you can see, everything is on focus at f9 and 1 second exposure, and is still a bit overexposed. The second one is ISO 200, f7, 3 seconds. Third one, ISO 400, because it's very dark, 2 seconds exposure, f5, and the moon is so visible, beautiful, very beautiful. This one is ISO 640, f4, 2 seconds, and the last one, ISO 1600, 2 seconds, f2.8. Okay, now I'm going to edit each one of them, and then I will use them as content material for my final short video. Okay, I will create a short video with every EXIF written on the screen, So I will try to make something with a sense. Okay, let's start with the first editing. This one. First of everything, white balance on this the dress of Antonella here. Okay, like here I don't like the greenish, so I can exaggerate like this, but it's too unreal. Like this is okay. The highlights, lowering the highlights, maybe a bit more whites. For the whites, a bit. Everything is okay. Less clarity, a bit of vibrance, saturation no. I think the photo is already contrasted, but if you want, we can exaggerate with a little more contrast. And now color mixer, let's do some color grading, totally removing that green. I don't like that green. The highlights are so high, so I can underexpose my photo. I think is okay. Let's see, zoom 100%. I'm clearly visible, but I can modify a little bit with Photoshop. I don't care. I'm still visible in the reflection. No problem. Next time I will be more focused. Let's crop photo, not crop the photo, but let's straight the horizon. It's okay. Apply. Okay, let's remove some noise. A little noise, and it's okay. Orange, not too much. If we want, we can color grade with some blue shadows, just to make something different. It's not necessary, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like to exaggerate these things, but if you want. One more thing is remove all the beautiful spots made by my dirty sensor. It's an easy task with camera raw. It's a very easy task. Oh my, this sensor is so dirty. Wait, this is a little green halo in the sky, and I don't like it. Okay. Some more sensor spots. My god, what the dirty is it? And I don't think it's uncleaned, because it was the start of summer at F9. No, this one is a mistake. Very, very good. This is ISO 100. Let me note everything. Let me write it down. Oh, taking notes is essential. Pen, 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 pen. First one. So 100 F9. 1 second. Let's go to the second one. The second one. Now. The white balance is nice. Let me see if no, not the case. Let's white balance on a rock. Okay, let's apply more vibrance, a little more saturation, less highlights to recover some spots that are overexposed. Let's bring up more shadows, less whites. No, but let's do no, don't touch the whites. Less clarity to create that glow, and I think is okay. And there is so a little green on the background, but it's okay, it's natural. Let's modify a little the greenish tones. Oh, I am completely alone this night. More shadows. Completely alone. It's the night before New Year's Eve, so I think it's normal to be alone. Next step is reduce the noise. Color mixer, a bit of saturation on yellows and orange, just to exaggerate a bit. Okay. Photo number 2 is ISO 200, ISO 200, f7, and 3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Oh. The horizon. Okay. Now this one. Let's go on the rock. I like to bring more the dress when it's white, to have it clearly white as possible. Usually I set the white on the dress usually, but it's not a fixed rule. I'm completely visible, but who cares? Now let's compensate. Little more brightness, more highlights, little more, and more shadows, if it's possible. The shadows, it's better to leave them more whites and more vibrance. Okay, I like it. Color mixer, more oranges, more yellows, and more magentas. Perfect. Less green. I think it's okay. The third one is ISO 400 f4, no, f5, and 2 seconds. There is no horizon, so it's okay. Now, this one, white balance. White balance on the dress, and it's okay, but it's still a little too much greenish. Okay. Less highlights to get more colors from the tube. A little more saturation to exaggerate everything, because I like to exaggerate. This is a little of green in the tube colors, because it's a holographic tube by light painting tube. Is okay. Let's leave it as you can see. Remove chromatic aberration, but it's not important. And reduce some noise. Let's reduce some noise. This is the fourth one, ISO 640 f4, 2 seconds of exposure. Let's take the note. ISO 640 f4 and 2 seconds. I will report every of this data in my final video. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos that I'm re-editing, because I already edited them, but I am re-editing very quickly just to make some difference between them, evident difference in colors, etc. And then we will have a short video showing the different settings from sunset with no moon at all, so much light, from sunset to not midnight, but it was 11. I think it was 11 p.m. with the moon very, very low on the horizon. Okay, this one, the last one. Let's set the white on the white tube or on the white dress, like this. More shadows, more exposure, not too much exposure. More whites, less clarity, bit of vibrance, color mixer without green, saturation of reds and magentas just to get more fun. and noise reduction. Since it's 1600, we need much noise reduction. And that's it. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's open them in camera raw. Next step. What I just did is not a fixed rule. You are free in light painting to experiment with different shutter speeds, different values, different aperture, different ISOs. You can do anything you want. This is my settings for that night. In other nights I set up differently during all the session, and it's okay. You must learn and practice. That's my recommendation. Now, the first one. Let's apply with an action. I want to apply the dot pixel removal. My nowadays is a part of my workflow anyway. I don't know if there are hot pixels. Maybe in this one there are so many hot pixels, but who cares? This workflow erase them, know how to treat them. Okay, and now let's automate strip image processor. I want to export in the CES in the second wave here. Okay, no resize, save to JPEG, quality 12, convert profile, yes. Okay, run. Okay, nice. There is some dropped frames. Let me check if everything is okay here. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to Final Cut and edit this session here. Let's go to the video. No, this is not this one. Antonella. Okay. I will be so quick, okay, in selecting the scenes. Okay, this one is okay, and this one I was. Okay. Let's go to Final Cut. I must exclude the scenes that are not usable. Maybe this is okay. My circles. Starting circles, then no, not these ones. We don't have to. I think these are the right ones. Circles and then oh. And the first two are done. The first two scenes. Voila. Okay. And the first circle. Okay. Now let's move to a circle. Okay. On Finder. Okay. Maybe is this? Maybe is this? No. This one. Final cut. I'm trying to be as quick as possible.
Fermo, 2, 1.
Okay, that then this one with a swirl. Swirl. It will be not so easy to find, but I can make it.
No, no.
Oh, I found it very, very quickly. Okay, final cut. Must resize. So this is easier. Ah, no, I moved. No, without the sparkler. Without the sparkler. Is this with or without the sparkler? No, it's without. Oh, this is the sequence that I need. Okay, I will see. I will check what is the right one and the final circle. Final circle, final circle.
Okay.
I remember how we were tired that night. We were so tired at that time of the night. And I made it. Hey, one viewer, always one viewer. I am so alone tonight. Okay, now I need some color correction, quick color correction to my clips. Let's see. Okay, see. The Windows is okay. Oh, nice. New compound clip for everything. And finally, my dear pictures, the final photos. On Final Cut. Let's drag them. Okay. So I need less magenta, less let's color grade, less magenta. Okay, a bit more saturation. Less magenta, and if I'm able to get more details on the shadows. Not the same, but it can be. It could be. It's not my usual format when the figures on the video and the photo can be mostly overlapped. But it's not the case. Now, this one. Up. Now I need more exposure for the highlights, more saturation on the highlights, and the color. I think more cold. Now I must cut.
c'è, poi bravissimo, uno, due, poi bravissimo, uno, due, uno, fermo, due, uno.
Okay, little grading, less, more blue, more blue. Little more exposure and more saturation for the highlights. I think is okay. Not precise, but let me try. Maybe it's the first. I must recover a bit of shadows, a bit of everything here. Because it's so dark. Saturation, yes, much saturation. I think the color grading is okay. The white balance. No, the white balance is not okay. I need colder colors.
Uno. Due, uno.
And this one is very very dark, and as usually can happen, there is much difference between the video footage is normal video footage and the final picture. Different sensors, different everything. Okay, a little bit of magenta, and no, not saturation. No, not for the everything but everything but not the okay. Okay, now I need some titles. I want to insert my titles directly in this video to get the graphic design I want. So titles, custom, where is the custom? Titles. Okay. ISO 100 F9 1 second, and let's select the font. I want some condensed in alternate or the condensed in alternate. Okay, size no, everything on the left, align on the left. No, aperture. Why? Let's do this everything in uppercase. Aperture. The alternate, the condensed. Yes, no. No, I have only bold. Bold font weight, but who cares? But the tracking, no. Let's see the aperture. The okay. Aperture is 53. 53. Okay, and I need a drop shadow. Drop shadow on all the text. Show the shadow. Fill with color, distance, angle. I don't see shadow. No, I need it for every so strange, I think. Oh, but let's see. Let's see on the preview.
1, 2, 1.
I need some light into my room. Different settings from sunset to midnight. Okay, and now I need I think it's better to have them in the middle like this. Okay, copy and paste. Seconds. Here is simpler ISO 400. Seconds. Aperture F5. 5. Four and 2 seconds.
1, 2, 1.
Okay, now I'll transition, bloom. Let's see if it looks nice. This duration is a bit longer, too long. 1 second, and let's make it 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Change duration, 2 seconds.
Uno, due, 1.
The drop shadow is not so visible. Opacity. But here is visible. Here not so visible. And here is nice. Okay, now with a bit of animation. Animating the photo. Not too much, but just to move something. Zoom out. Oh, you know what? I like it. Okay, now I need a nice title because different camera settings is so boring. It's so boring. Different camera settings in different time of the day. Different camera in different time of the day. Keyboard like painting. Let's see. What camera settings I use for light painting photography? Part 1. What camera settings I use for light painting photography? Part 1. Nice. Okay, let's wait for rendering. Then I export. I want to see how beautiful this short video is. Let's wait. I hope you are enjoying my workflow, my editing, etc. If you liked it, if you are at this time of the video, thank you everyone, and leave a comment, give me a like please, and leave a comment below to understand what you want to see, what you like to see on my channel. Okay, I support Sublument, and thank you. Let's watch it for the last time.
Due. Uno.
Ok, dai. Let's export. Okay, no, I don't want to let you watch it one more time. I hope this was interesting. I will share my workflow many times the next year, 2023. And remember to have fun, and when creating light painting photography, because you must have the right inspiration, and it comes usually having fun, not being frustrated by the initial struggles, because light painting can be hard to achieve beautiful photos at the beginning. Don't be sad and keep creating, okay? That's my personal opinion. Remember, I hope these tips are useful for beginners or even more advanced light painting artists. And let's see the very first YouTube live streaming for Sublument, and I am Andrea. I think it will be on the 3rd of January, maybe. Another workflow and creating some reels with more close-up light painting with a girl sitting on the rocks, and I will move my tube in a different way than you saw before. Okay, that's it. Thank you everyone, thank you for watching. Leave me a comment with your opinion, even if it's boring. Okay, thank you everyone.